Okay, lunker seekers. Spent the day getting prepped for the Santee Munster Kayak Anglers Finals to be held on Santee Cooper this upcoming Sunday the 14th, and getting my kayak prepped and ready for the tournament. So I'm going to do almost a final walkthrough. I've probably got a couple of decals left to do. Still got an update to do on the battery at some point. I'll have like a deep cycle to run on for now, but this is basically going to be the gist of it. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough from bow to stern and back to bow again. So here we go. So we're up here at the bow. As you can see, got a few decals back on here now, repping my sponsors, Ardent. And now Lowrance is not a sponsor, but I am running a Lowrance hook 2.5 triple shot. And as you can see, I finally got my Tacticam in. So I've got the zoom lens on this one up at the front, and I've got it wired in to the Kayak power with an adapter for USB that also has a voltage meter on it. So I've got a little voltmeter right up in there and tuck it up underneath my little cubby hole for the paddle ends or for rod tips, depending on circumstances. You can see the bungee cords and everything. Got my pull strap, got it laid out so I can stand up and do some casting when I want to. Got my paddle strapped on. You can see my Scotty rod holder on the right hand side. I'm a right-handed angler, so it's just going to make more sense for me to put the rod holder on the right hand side. So and then go back with some more decals here. You can see I've got my logo on the side. Waiting on some decals from Woo, Tungsten, and from Vicious, my other longtime sponsors, along with Ardent, so I can rep them as well. And then got my fire extinguisher tucked under the seat. Got my round logo up front there. Got the control head for my trolling motor, which I haven't gotten that mounted up here yet. I usually do that last once I get down to the water. But got my crate sitting here, and what I did was I just put some lanyards onto here so I can have a pair of stainless steel scissors and a hook retriever, and I use that rod holder there to keep those intact there. And I'll have 3 rods behind me, and of course that one in front of me. So I'll be packing 4 rods out. Put a couple of boxes in the crate. Battery goes right in here in the crate. Thinking about either doing a small tackle bag to go behind the crate. Probably will do it up front on the bungees up front, kind of counter the weight a little bit, because that battery and trolling motor does add a good bit of weight. And the seat on this thing is not exactly center because I've got it at the highest setting. So it's kind of rear heavy, but I'm going to try to shift some of that weight forward. So then you can see where I've got the plug-ins. The plug-in for the trolling motor. It's a quick plug-in there. Standard 7-prong plug-in trailer hitch like I'd use on my trailer pull from a truck. Storage compartment here. When I bought the Kayak, it was already prepped for the trolling motor. Actually came with the trolling motor. So this guy built a mount out of a black cutting board, which has been super sturdy. I've had no flexing or anything with this, so I'm very pleased with that. Also what I did was he already had a bow light on the back. I'm sorry, stern light, stern navigation light. So again, I'm using the Kayak power and a volt-ohm meter built-in converter, so I can use a USB. So I've got controlled voltage and amperage, and then I run a 6-foot USB up to my Tacticam up here. Now here I've got the super wide angle lens on that, so that I can get a behind the head shot, and I'll just leave that on there all day. I mean, it's all controlled by the Kayak power switch, which I'll show you guys here in the next shot as we round the bend. But I'm really pumped by that. I'm excited to get out on the water and see how this does. This is my tow flag that I connect up here, so it doubles as a safety flag for when I'm on the water, and a safety flag for the front end that's hanging off the back of my tailgate when I'm going down the road. So it's a dual purpose. I'd really rather have probably an orange one or a safety green if I can find one. If you guys, if any of y'all know where I can get me a safety green bandana flag like that, that would be awesome. Just leave a comment in the comment section of the video. And let's see here. So we're gonna move up forward again. You can see the other two rod holders. I've got a nylon net that I picked up on Amazon. Really good price. So you can see this pull cord here. It runs to the back and actually attaches. When I disconnect it from here, it'll attach to the trolling motor and allow me to lift the motor up so it gets out of shallow water and I can go back to my carbon fiber paddle. So, always have my PFD with me. So I want to make sure of that. Now my phone will be kept in, it's got vest pockets on this one. I've had this one for years. This is a Stearns, but it has served me well. So I've got 2 pockets on the front vest. I'll put my phone in one pocket and I'll have like a Mophie extra large power bank on the other pocket to keep my phone charged up while I'm on the water. So then we move along here. You can see the anchor trolley along the side. This was already on the boat when I bought it, which really happy about that. And then also we have my logo up here as well. And here you see the Lowrance Hook 2.5 triple shot. Got a killer deal on this. The name of the site was BOE. That's the initials. I can't remember the actual name of the site, but they had a killer closeout sale on this thing this past summer. And I went ahead and bought it. I actually bought it for my old kayak to put on there, but then I ran across this one, and instead of taking the time and money to convert the old one, I just went ahead and bought this one that already had the trolling motor on it. So I've got the old one for sale if anybody's interested. So still in great shape. And let's see here, we'll go back. So we're going to go back and screen there, and you can see the transducer mount. I went ahead and invested some money on the Yak Attack transducer mount. I like the concept behind it. Brian Mitchell was the one that suggested it, and I liked it. I didn't have to drill any more holes or worry about pods or any of that. When I get in too skinny of a water to where I don't even have to worry about running, a fish finder, I can always swing that up or just take it loose and tuck it up underneath the seat frame. So you can see over here, got the Yak power control. So one is the front lights, but there are no front lights on this one. I'm going to show you what I'm using for front lights here in a minute. 2 is for the back light, which is the bow light. Okay. B is for the bow, which sends power to that power jack up there, Yak Attack jack, Yak power jack. And then that's what powers my front camera. So I can turn that front camera on and off right there. But I did also invest in a camera remote because I like being able to do that without having to reach down there and turn the power off if I don't need to. 2, the one that's in the middle is for this one here. And at some point, if I can find me a decent phone mount that'll mount to the track, I want to use this and get another USB adapter, and then that'll be my phone mount for the kayak. Until then, I'll just keep it in my vest pocket. So, and then of course the stern, the S there goes back to the stern light, the stern navigation light, the jack down there near the stern. So that jack over here in that corner, and then that's what powers the camera in the back, which has the wide angle lens on it. So I want to take a couple of point of view shots from each of these cameras, and I'll tack that on to the end of the video so you guys can kind of see what kind of view I'm going to get. I'm really pleased with it. Don't know how it's going to work out with volume on the water, especially if there's some wind, but we'll give it a look-see this weekend and see how it does. But then we've got our storage compartment in the middle. Now the last owner actually had his fish finder sonar mounted to this. I didn't want to do that, so temporarily I've got some Gorilla Tape on there, which has held up for months pretty well. I got a whole roll, so if it peels off, guess what? I can put more on it, no big deal. But if you look down in here, I picked up some foam packing inserts from some packages at work, and I've got my 10 milliamp hour battery there. I can actually put 2 in here if I want to. I've got another pod to where I can put 2 in there if I want. But the last time I was on the water, this thing lasted me all day long. Now, granted, I didn't have the cameras pulling juice. I didn't have the light on all day either. But I think what I'm going to do is, before I go this weekend, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out another block on there, another insert, and I'll run both of those in parallel. So I'll get 20 amp hours out of it that way, instead of 10, and still have it at 12 volts. So you can see and of course I still got plenty of storage in there. That's probably where I'll put like my soft plastics, bags and stuff like that, things I need to get quick access to. Got a little room on underneath the seat on the left and right side. I can put like a 3600 box in there with no issue, and be able to get into that if I need to. So I've got room for like 4 3600 boxes. I could actually put tackle, like weights and stuff like that, in a smaller box back in the crate as well if I need to. But I'll probably just keep it up front. Again, try to, move as much weight to the front as I can, do a little counterbalance. But like I was saying, if you look on the pedals, if you've ever seen a conversion on YouTube, most of the conversions for these and a lot of other kayaks is they take these pedals, adjustment pedals for the feet, and they either block the lock, they either knock the lock piece off, or they remove it so that they'll slide freely. And then they use some heavy gauge, I think this is like 95 mil weed eater cord. And you just crimp a little aluminum crimp piece on the end of it so it'll stop it. And then that's what I use my feet to control the trolling motor, so I can turn left and right. So the last time we went out, I didn't catch any fish, had one little nibble, but I had no problem with the power. We had a little bit of wind, but it wasn't like a major factor. I did have a little water retention though. It had a small leak, but I've taken some marine AB epoxy and done a temporary fix on that for now. But I've got some Gator Guard patches coming that I'm going to do a more permanent keel repair and / reinforcement when I do that. Seen a lot of good things online about that and how well it works. So then we head back over to the bow again, and as you'll see, this little disc, this disc is for a navigation light. Okay, so the navigation light magnetically attaches, and that's my stern light. It's got a built-in lithium-ion battery. I can turn that on. It's green on one side, red on the other. I've got my navigation lights. I don't have to run any more wires to do that. I can pop that off and then recharge it. That will last me all through the day. Matter of fact, the last time I was out on the water, I never even turned it off, and it was still on when we got done with like an 8-hour tournament. So so I'm really pumped about that. I actually have a spare though, just in case. But it's these if you go to fishusa.com, these are actually $10 cheaper there than what you can get them at Guardian Angel site. But the nice thing about the Guardian Angel site though is my first one I bought from the Guardian Angel site, they will have promotions from time to time that will have a variety of different mounts that they will include at no extra charge. So when I bought my first one, it actually had I ended up getting like 3 different mounts on it. So I got this mount, I got a clip mount, and then I got a handlebar mount. So so yeah, I could use that. I think that would be pretty cool to use that. And then I had a white one that somehow or another I have lost. I don't know what happened to it, but that one is only available on the Guardian Angel site. If they had it on Fish USA, I would buy it for $89. But it's nice. I used it as like a clip-on light from when I was on the water, but it's really no big deal because I can go to Walmart and spend like $2 or $3 and get a clip-on light for my for my ball cap, and I could buy like 8 or 10 of those for what I would pay for one of the Guardian Angel clip lights. So I'll probably not invest in another one of those. But I did like the convenience of the magnet on it and being able to have it be able to mount just about anywhere with the flexibility of the different mounts. So that's pretty much it, man. I'll attach some point of view shots for the cameras here at the end, and wish me luck at the tournament this weekend. Hope to be doing a few more in the near future, and see what I can do with this bad boy. And in the meantime, if you are looking for a fishing kayak, I still have my 12T, which has a flip top crate, rod holder for 3 rods onto the back of it. It's got a built-in anchor, retractable anchor cord with anchor and a tube storage tube, and also a homemade dolly that I made for it so you can wheel it to and from the water. And of course has a safety flag where I used an old CB antenna bracket to use as a safety flag mount, which is pretty cool. So if you want to see that, look Carolina Lunker Seekers on Facebook Marketplace, and I've got it listed on a bunch of Facebook Marketplace stuff. Click on my Facebook page. You'll find the post there. If you're interested, if you're within 30 minutes of Gastonia, I'll either deliver it or at least meet you within 30 minutes of Gastonia and bring it to you. Won't charge anything extra. Look at what's involved. Look at how much a brand new one costs with a brand new paddle, and what I'm letting this one go with all the goodies. And it's not going to last long. I'm pretty sure it won't last long. So appreciate you watching. Take a quick gander at these point of view shots, and tight lines, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is the one that's mounted, the fish eye that's mounted to the front of the kayak. I'm talking in a slightly elevated volume of my voice to see how well it picks up for volume. Again, there's not a lot of wind right now, a slight breeze, but not anything major. But just kind of get a feel for what the volume's going to be. But I'll still have my phone with me as well, doing some shots of the catches that I may, go in and measure, and then put up on the Fishing Chaos tournament for the month, as well as the tournament that we'll be fishing down here on Santee on the 14th. So I'm excited, man. This is something all new for me. We got a lot going on. It's going to take it to a whole nother level. We'll see how well it works out and what adjustments need to be made. But more importantly, I can't wait to get out on the water and do some fishing. So appreciate you guys watching. This is the remote I was talking about, Tacticam remote. So I've got to get these linked up to that. And the way this is supposed to be able to work is I can do like a quick tap, and then I can turn off a camera or another camera. So I just got to go through and get them set up. But that'll be another thing. The way I've got them wired, they're wired for constant recording. So I probably won't even mess with them. I've got a 128 gigabyte card in each one of them. It's high speed, high capacity. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. Just record it. It'll just be a lot of editing that'll have to be done. I'll pull the cards out. And it'll be faster to load them to a computer through the adapter than it would be to do them through the Wi-Fi connection on the phone. So it'll give me some time to sit down in front of a computer, get a little bit more creative, see what happens. So you guys have a great weekend, tight lines, and we'll talk at you later. Okay, so this is the front-facing camera. So it's facing from behind, so it gets like a from-behind point of view. So you can see me casting and reeling in fish and stuff, and then moving forward and seeing where I'm going, where I'm headed to. So you can tell if you look to the left here, you can actually see the left quarter, passenger side quarter panel of my daughter's car. The tire is literally to my left and just a little back behind my shoulder, but yet you can see that. So this is a super wide angle lens. To the right, you can actually see where the gate fence comes in, and you may be able to see a little bit of my pontoon boat. It looks like you can see a little bit of the pontoon boat again. So that's pretty cool. That's a real wide angle lens. So so I can get that point of view. So now I'm going to switch it over to the camera at the bow of the boat, and that one is actually facing me with a zoom lens.